from that, now all the time we have heard one-sided story. Right? We heard about the institute, we heard about about the SSCGs and lecturers how they are going to teach, but there's another side to the story. Right? What is that? That is your side. Right? So you have come here and then you are going to follow the course, like how you feel now, and then how you are going to take this challenge within the next either 6 months or within the next 1 year. And to help you in that, also we have invited a couple of others actually who were just like you. Maybe some of them were here 6 months ago, some others maybe a year or year and a half ago. But we invited a couple of those who have completed the program, and they are going to share their experience with you, and that will provide you some valuable insight to you in how you should take up the program. Right?
I would like to invite Saranga Surina, who is acting business support. She works for NDD. Good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for this opportunity, Lisa, and to share my ideas with you guys. So actually, exactly 1 year before, I was also just like you guys sitting there, actually having no idea what is going to happen and what I am going to learn. And for the first thing, I should say, as she said, I'm working for NDB Bank, and I'm a banker. You must have told that I'm coming from a commerce background, a finance background, but that's not the case. My first degree is on IT, and my MSc is on business information management, again IT, and I work as a IT project manager and IT support person at NDB. So I have when I joined NDB, that's my first time joining a bank 4.5 years ago. So I had actually no idea about how finance works and how these jargons are referring in my context. So basically,
for the online class because Saturday was the only choice I had, and because as per my work I could not commit to come to a class every day at 6 o'clock, because sometimes we work till 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the night. We work overnight to support our systems, so weekdays was not an option for me. So I joined the online class on Saturdays. So it continued, and most of the days when we actually did the FM financial management especially, we were like, there were times I actually wrote down the time slots which I missed, so that I have to go back and refer the same thing because it was on such a speed. And then if my daughter runs into the room and then she was there for 2 minutes, after the next 15 minutes I'm like totally lost and I don't know where it has gone. So that's the speed he's managing. But then when you come to the paper, you will see why he's managing that speed, because if you don't go with that pace, actually you will not be able to write your paper in 3 hours. So that because it has 9 questions, you have to answer 8 questions including 20 MCQs within 3 hours, which is not easy. So, and this online thing and the video recording is like 2 ways. So one thing is that you can use it for your benefit, so that you always have a backup. But the next thing is you can always, it leads you towards procrastination, and then you always think, all the recording is there, I can go back and check. But we are Sri Lankans, we get the exam fever at the last minute, and you don't have time to go through like 20 lectures on 3-hour basis. So if you have some specific points, you can always go back to them and refer. But if you are to go through it on a weekly basis, you will have to do it every week. It is not possible for you to do it at the last minute. So basically these are the things I followed. And when actually we went through the financial statement analysis, then I actually went through the whole annual reports of few companies for our assignment and for the other one. So it's like you're reading English, then you understand. So previously it's like, even though it's in English, it's like you're reading in Spanish or Greek or something like that. But then after the course, actually it makes sense. Every number starts making sense to you. So then you know you have grabbed the subject. So that is what I wanted actually. I didn't expect any promotion or any change in my career due to this program. The only thing is I expected things to be more clear and for me to have a perspective on a financial background. So that objective was like over satisfied, I would say. And then uh, as sir said, the most difficult subject for you guys definitely will be for myself was like financial management, because as he said, my cup was anyway empty, so there was nothing to be empty. And then but then filling it up gradually, and then not to be too in a hype, but then to make it happen. So these, I just wanted to show you these books. This is how much effort you put. This is the financial statements one. So actually Priyanka sir asked us to do this one, but I actually did this for the previous semester also. And so this is for financial management, and this is for financial statements, and this is a part of financial management which we did for the exam wise. So because even though it's an open book exam, you have to find where it is in your book. If you haven't read it before and if you don't know where it is, you don't have the time to do it. So that's simple as that. So that is your target in the class. It's an open book exam. For sums, you have to know how to do the sum and or how to find the sum. So that is the basic two things that you have to do. And so it will be, you will feel like you will feel like it's going so fast and you cannot catch up. But then Sanjeev sir always kept us on top. He was telling us stories exactly, and then about his past teachers and about his school and Guttila Kave Kavi Kiyala, and then like everything was there. It was like so much fun. And when I went and told my husband this is how it happens, and he was like Nalandi kollek ne hinda me. So always he's also old Nalandian, so he was always nagging me on that one. So I went and asked him also, do you know these teachers? Like he's always telling about these teachers in your school, and he was like, no, they were not there when I was there, but it was so much fun. So when you are like out of phase, he will always take you back with those stories and the songs and poems and everything. So it is just make it a fun ride for 1 year or 6 months in your course, and then it will make a value. So thank you so much for this opportunity. And just to add, now when I finished this course, actually I didn't expect anything out of it. But then at the end of this course, just like one month before, I got an offer to a company as the head of their PMO. But then when they gave me the offer, I said that as I'm in a bank, and then I cannot accept the offer, and then I need more kind of a package. Yes. And then they asked me whether you have done it, because this was a headhunted opportunity, and they asked me whether is there anything you have done before other than the stuff that you have mentioned in your LinkedIn profile. So I simply said, because CMA was never there in my LinkedIn profile, so I said that is the thing that I have done, which was not in the profile. So considering that only, they offered me a more strategical position, which is of course in terms of investment, I have like covered the whole investment within 1 month or so with the package that I've been offered. So thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I actually cannot say how grateful I am for the job you have done and for this journey of 1 year. And I wish you all the very best. And it will be a fun ride for you guys. And if you need, we'll always be there to help you. And you can reach us through Nipunika if you need any reference or any help. So enjoy the ride. Hope you will all be success in it. And thank you so much again for the institute, especially Nipunika, for going through like all the trouble for us. You can always trouble her for any other support that you need. You will always be treated very nicely. And this is one of the institutes that we got most the helps as a student. So thank you ever so much, and I wish you all a very successful journey ahead. Thank you.
I don't think any of you know me, but however, you will kind of know me once I finish my brief speech here. Thank you once again for the amazing input that you have invested in my life. You have taken your time. I did not have the opportunity to Chairman sir, but overall, what you're seeing here is an investment that you have to deposit into your bank accounts. One example for me was actually uh, we all work, right? So I took the Tuesday Thursday class. So you come to class on time or 5 minutes late, and then you carry your Coke or your water bottle, peanuts, and all the stuff. But Sanjeev sir will have lots of stories to talk about, and I've been very prominent in that segment of food in the class, but don't do it, it's distracting. So I want to give you that advice before they say it, because it's actually disturbing the class. However, from where I came, I thought I knew finance to a certain extent, but then again, the first class just went over me. I never fell asleep. This is one of the certifications that I did, that I never slept in class. I've done 2 masters, 4 degree programs in many different sectors, but I fell asleep. But Sanjeev sir, with his poems, with the subject matter, will keep you on the edge of your seat. You know why? Even if you don't know the subject, write it down. Writing it down, number one, you actually train your hand, because the exam is not tactical. So you have to write it down, and there are time constraints. Now I think the model has changed from 9 questions to 8. We had 6 and 5 or something like that. Same. Okay. See, I've forgotten the exam format also. But then again, you are constrained for time. How do you improve on that is very important. As they stated, you need to practice. If you don't practice writing, bless your soul, you can't write it at the exam. Every sum, you will find a comfort zone in each area that they are teaching you, and then you will actually latch yourself. So identify your strengths, because you don't have, unless you're going for a high distinction. Yes, I'm not a HD student. I like the knowledge I go by. In my workplace currently, I am as the Chief Operating Officer for Business Advisory. We advise on projects, private and public. So guess what everyone talks about? Finance. Because they want their return on investments, and what is the recovery period, what's the cash flow, what is the feasibility model, what is the environment that this is going to fall in, how many years should I wait to see my dividend being paid out. All these things become actually jargon. One of the best things that I found out or learned from this program, this certification, is having a diversified investment portfolio. Gosh, try calculating all that. I did not go down to the fact of calculating the numbers, but I got the thought and knowledge of how I should invest. Do I go and invest on one category, or check into multiple segments of businesses out there, and then go and invest. So you will learn all this. This is also fun. You don't have to take pen to paper and just push it always. There's so much that you're going to learn out of it, and you will directly apply it to your private life. Maybe not even your corporate life. You will actually definitely take advantage of the learnings and apply it to yourself. Actually, I became debt-free last year. Thank you. Because I started managing my finances better. Today I can go and sit at a restaurant, don't look at the price, order whatever I like and eat, because I know I'm comfortable in that. So, to say the least, first thing you should do is bank your phone for a better return on investment when you come to class, so that you're not distracted with the SMS messages or calls that you get. That is the first ROI that you will see, because you pay more attention to the lecturers in front of you, and you will actually absorb more. Second most important thing, I don't think a Zoom class offers that. Get to know your neighbors, get to know where they're coming from, their walk of life. Understand their experiences, because you might find the next job there. You might find the best friend there. Because come to exam time, I'm telling you, you have not spoken to your neighbor, you don't know what their strengths are, you're going to be in trouble, because you don't have anyone to pick up the phone and call, Machan, or shall we meet to discuss? And I think there is a good income, revenue generation at Cargill's, and then the cafe down the road. Why? We come with coffees, we go to Cargill's, we buy their whole inventory, and then we are in class or during the break, pushing the break extra 5 minutes or whatnot. But you need to have that, not everyone clicks, but find the people that you click with, and then actually make it a point to actually share your knowledge. One of the best things that I did was I pushed my phone aside and bought my calculator. I had no idea. I knew how to turn it on, but sirs will talk about formulations and you go, sir, right? And then you learn. And then during the exam, if you have not practiced the calculator, you will hit yourself on the table. Because one of the easiest thing to do is to use the calculator. But if you are not practiced, you are going to lose it. Because you will find out you can't copy, because now especially social distance at the very copy run not that phones right? So your calculator does not have Wi-Fi, but if you know the formula and how to use it, it's very simple. Answers are actually 3, 4, 5 clicks away, and the answer is there. You just have to write it. And the most easiest part is the MCQs. Take the past papers, apply yourself to the MCQ. If you know the MCQ, I will say wholeheartedly, you can pass. And do all the past papers, write it down. Whether you like it or not, write it down. Kamini sir is very expressive in his answers. You will get narratives out of Priyanka sir. But take it all into heart and write it down. You will never miss a thing. I still have my books on my desk today. I don't study them, but there's a reference point. And then the previous student said, tag your books, it's very important. Open book exam, you should know where to go. If you're turning to that page for the first time during your study, you're in trouble because your eyes will not locate the text area where you want. Answers are right there. Just if you understand it, copy it straight down in your own words. Pass mark was only what I was looking for. I was not a HD student in any of my classes, but I understand. I'm a practical person. So are you guys. There are so many people. There are academics. There are people who actually A+ students, but there are people who are practical and will apply what they learn into lifestyle. So in my current business role, I wear 2 hats as a chief executive officer and a director of a pharmaceutical manufacturing company, and also a business advisor, chief operating officer for business advisory. So totally separate roles. As it was stated in the boardroom, when the financial accountants come and present the financials, there's a funny story. So there was a project being presented. So I had just learned about weighted average cost of capital, right? And you don't say the whole thing. You call it WACC, right? And then when the guy said WACC is so much, I was so happy because I knew what WACC was, right? And then I asked a question based on WACC. How the other numbers change? Then he looked at me and said, okay, WACC දන්නවා. ඒ කියන්නේ IRR දන්නවා, ROI දන්නවා. WACC එක දැනගන්න බෑනේ අර දෙක නැතුව. So from that day onwards, there's respect, because they will not come and throw some jargon at you just to confuse you. But that's what they're famous for. So, nevertheless, get together, communicate, create a WhatsApp group. Uh, Through Nipunika, get to know the previous one. There were a couple of guys from our batch who went and actually analyzed all the past papers. You know, make exam make our next day right? And right, and then all those things were analyzed. And come exam time, we knew exactly naming attack maker kayak sure maker pass. Right? Others you can just try get pahak kamuna pass. So get to know your neighbor's talents. It will help you. Because financial statement analysis, although it is easy, you have to understand the verbiage. So you have to read it. But it's a theoretical answer. There's practical questions also, but theoretical answers. Analyze your past papers. But most important, write down the answers. Then actually absolutely more than 10% will actually retain with you rather than reading it. Write it in your own words, fill up all the textbooks, and then actually that will benefit you. And then look forward for the next Padu party where all the talents come out, right? Okay, so I take my leave from that. I wish all of you good luck. It's a fun thing to learn. I want to be a student again because I was not a student of Charminder sir. I want to come and learn financial modeling, but maybe when I have time, I'll come and sit in the class again. I forever learn, and I'm sure some of you are like that too. So I wish you all good luck, and reach out to Nipunika, great resource. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
So good morning, everyone, and thank you so much to the Academy of Finance, Mr. Kapila and Yamira and Nipunika for this opportunity. What you see here actually is not really an investment. What you see here is an asset, and I think it has been one of the biggest assets that I have gained in my life. Let me start by congratulating all of you for being here because it is one of the prestigious and I think very useful qualifications and programs that you could enroll in. And the first step that you've taken to be here is actually going to be very rewarding for you. In terms of me, I am a marketer by profession and have a very limited association with finance, and naturally I have an apprehension and fear for numbers, and just like the other students said, when I actually walked into the class, I didn't know how to use the financial calculator. It was they say in COCO system. I knew the basic functions of a calculator, which was just adding and multiplying and dividing. Even certain things on dividing, I didn't know how to do it. But Sanjeev sir, one by one, he actually taught us one by one. And also, I had seen an annual report, but I didn't know how to, go through. I had seen a financial statement, I had seen balance sheets, but I really didn't know how it made sense. And like Priyanka sir says, the story behind the numbers. So that was a rich, rewarding experience for me, and I can guarantee you there will be times that you will feel mata back. And there have been so many times that I have actually felt like, finance is not for me. And in fact, I spoke to Yamina and said, I don't think it's for marketers. But then as you grow in the course, you realize that you are actually with a wealth of knowledge here, and what you have here is actually, I think, I sincerely say, is from my experience, the best panel of lecturers. I've done my MBA. I've been in a few other programs of study, but I've not experienced such dedication. And there you are actually having, you are privileged to have such a panel of lecturers who are industry experts. And as you grow in the course, you will actually realize how much knowledge you can get from them. It's not just for the course.
even for your life. So like the previous student said, write everything down. It's very useful for your personal finance and even for your career advancement. And I'm sure many have talked about the jokes, and you will hear, I can't forget Chandra Miss, Mallika Miss, and also Champa. So, and you will, it's the beauty of it is you associate it with, very key concepts. And sometimes that helps you remember what you listen to in the class. So, for example, actually, I'm just giving you a hint. Champa is for utility, I think. So, so again, I tell you, I go back to even the lecture now. Circumstances were very challenging. I think especially challenging for the lecturers more than the students, because they had to, like Mr. Kapila said, sometimes talk to boxes. But the dedication and the commitment, I sincerely say this, I haven't seen such dedication. They put their time, their knowledge, their effort, sometimes into the night. And so many questions we asked, we literally troubled them. I used to sometimes send WhatsApps to ask me, is this calculation correct? But they actually give you a lot of your time, of their time and knowledge. And I think for me, that was the biggest thing that I received because of their knowledge that we actually got. So a few tips I can give you. Attend classes. Attend. And so I give it in two ways. Attend and attention. So when you are online, sometimes you feel like switching off the video and getting on the bed. But I strongly advise you to sit through the class, make the notes. I think many of the others also said make notes, write down. You have the privilege of going back into the videos, but make notes then and there, because it helps you, and you will of course remember when you are with the lecturer and going through the course. So attend the class, attention, follow every instruction that the lecturers give you, because that's going to help you. And also the assignment is a very rewarding and rich experience. Do it with a lot of intention. You will learn how to value a share. I mean, you can actually look at how you're going to invest in your stocks when you go into your own personal investment. Because of that assignment, you get to understand financial statements and appreciate, the story behind the numbers, and get to know your group members well, so that you have that support as well. So in conclusion, I'd like to tell you this is an asset. For me, in just 3 months, it has doubled my income, and it has also given me, so I'm on my own. So I also do writing as well as I do marketing consultancy. So I have been able to sit with my clients and really give them input that is very valuable for them, and even to understand certain projects that they would like to invest, the budgeting and how to even prioritize. It actually helps me even in writing business articles. A lot of the terms, the jargon, makes a lot of sense. I mean, I didn't know what a derivative was until I came for this class. I didn't know futures and forwards. I only knew a little bit of hedging, but I didn't know what all that really. So the appreciation for all this actually comes, and you will be able to build a really strong image outside in the society with this qualification as well, and also the knowledge you get from it. So in conclusion, I'd like to extend my sincere gratitude to Mr. Sanjeeva Burge, who was the financial management lecturer. He was very patient, and you can learn so much from him. Some of the formulas will go to the corner of the board. I can promise you that. And when I saw that, I actually called Yamira and said, I can't do it. Marketer, I can't. But then you will understand, when you understand the formula, you will really enjoy the subject. I'd like to thank Mr. Priyantha for, he actually put a lot of time in explaining a lot of things. So even towards the exam, they will spend a lot of time with you, going through each and every paper, make use of that time. And that was a very helpful time for me, so thank you, sir. And thank you, Mr. Kapila Godangoda, for giving us such a course. is really good. And for me, I was someone who was scared of numbers, I was scared of finance, and now I actually like finance, and it has completely changed my perspective in terms of my career and finance. And last but not least, I'd like to thank this lady who convinced me that we can actually do marketing, do finance, and also Nipunika, who has been extremely supportive in all the academic stuff. So all the best to all of you, and I'm sure you will find this a very rich and rewarding experience. Thank you.
Thank you, Shamina. Thank you. The others are not here. Actually, the biggest reward as a lecturer will be, as lecturers, is to hear how our students have gained and then how it has impacted their lives positively. So it was very rewarding for us to be listening to that. I'm sure all the other lecturers also would have felt that. And just to take another minute on that, if you take Saranga, who spoke you first, and she was so pressurized at the end of the session last time because all the odd hours, everybody was working during odd hours after the work till very late, a small kid, and just 2 weeks before the exam she came to me. So this is very difficult. Is there any way that everybody is finding it very difficult? Can't we postpone the exam, right? Can't we postpone the exam by just 1 week because of this COVID thing? And then just finally to see that she actually ended up getting the highest ever mark for the financial management subject in Sri Lanka. There's a first girl who spoke to you, and then Durian, you would have seen a different perspective, being a very senior person, and he has explained to you how he has gained in his professional career as well as in his personal life, how this knowledge has helped you. And Shamina, from a different perspective again, just I think Shamina kept on telling me that okay, you are really fatigued and you are just wondering what to do, what to continue with that, with the course. But she also ended up with getting too high distinction, I think, at the highest bracket of the mark. So what you see is that what you feel and what you feel when you start going through is different. But finally what you gain at the end of the day, you provided that you have the proper focus and the attention, you will gain the knowledge. At the same time, I'm sure you can get through the exam well. And there are many others who were there in the last lecture as well, last subject whom you will be there. So they also faced a lot of challenges, but at the end of the day, when they did the exam, they did it pretty well. Okay, so that's all.